I would like to just quickly, shortly share with you something about worship. Worship doesn't come natural for everyone, and worship can take on so many shapes and so many forms. But the one thing about worship through music is that it is one of the few ways of worship that we can do together. Whether we're 10, 200, 1,000, 10,000 of people together, when we sing the same song and we unite in that same message, it changes lives. It changes our perception of God if we worship in spirit and in truth. But there's one aspect about worship, and if you study worship in the word, there's so many things to cover, but the one thing that just hit me this week as I was looking at worship is that worship never took place without a sacrifice. And yeah, maybe we don't bring animals. Thank goodness we don't bring animals to the church to worship anymore. But we do bring ourselves. And we bring a lot of things that we have to sacrifice and lay in front of God's feet and say, God, you take this, this is not right, or I want to give you my best, or maybe you need to take something that's not so good and make it better. And I want to challenge you as we go into just a time of gentle worship, where we're gonna ask the Lord through a song to start awakening our hearts, that the one thing you will right now sacrifice and lay in front of God is your attitude. We come over all these things, well, I'm not getting this, or I really want this from a worship service. No, when we come to worship, it's not about what we receive, but rather what we bring to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Amen? I want to encourage you, church, if you want to sit down, you can sit down. If you want to stand, you can stand. If you want to raise your hand, you can. If you don't want, you don't have to. I want to encourage you to worship the Lord authentically, such a way that doesn't draw attention to you, but in fact glorify Him. Will you join me in doing that? Let's do it together.